Good afternoon, everybody. We are here with a champion of bridge, famous journalist, and for almost 20 years, coach of the most winning team in the last 20 years at the Nichols team. Fernando, do you want to ask him something?
Yes. Eric, good morning. How do you become as a coach?
The way to become a coach is to go to Brazil. And this happened in 1985. I had met Ernesto Orsi at another tournament someplace, the Pan American Games, and we became friends. And in 1985, you know, Brazil was hosting the World Championship. 85. And they put together a team at the last minute with two young guys, the Sampaio brothers, and four of the older guys. And he asked me if I would come down and work with the team and try and get them ready because they wanted to have a good showing as the home country. So I came down for a few weeks and we were in Rio. And we did a lot of work. And mainly the idea was to get people happy with each other. You know, the Latin American players are very emotional. They yell at each other a lot. In the end, they're still very good friends. But when the yelling is happening, they're not necessarily playing their best bridge. So that was one of the main things I was trying to do with them. And I don't know if you remember, but Brazil and the United States played. Brazil won the round robin, and then played the United States in the semifinal. And we're leading a 160-board match with one board to go. And right now, talking about it, the hair on the back of my neck stands up. It's like I was there again. It was a fantastic experience for me. Maybe one of my most memorable ones. And unfortunately, we lost on the last board. Brazil lost on the last board.
Okay.
Not very interesting part.
May I ask you one thing? For years and years, and you know that for sure, the Bermuda Bowl and all the top championships were a private affair, we can say, between your team and Italy. Yeah, for a few, 10 years, I think, at least. Now there are a lot of teams that can win, a lot of teams that are fighting. There is not a sure favorite. What do you think has changed in the bridge, and why this happened?
Well, one of the things that's made the game so much more interesting is the BBO. And the availability of watching the best players play all the time. And as a result, a lot of the educational material is easily distributed, and people can learn not only from watching, but taking what they do and seeing how that applies in their country and learning new things. And as the young players have become a little bit older, middle-aged, mature, they tend to give back more to the game than the older players used to do in the old days. So you have, you know, in Scandinavia, everybody's a good bridge player. Everybody's a good bridge player. Technically, they're very sound.
You think it's more on bidding, on card playing?
You know, if you were to believe Bob Hammond, he would tell you that bidding is the least important part of the game.
The least
important part of the game, because you can play complicated systems or simple systems. Most often, you reach the right contract anyway. But the thing is, competitive bidding has changed so much. The style of entering the auction.
Yeah, during the auctions. It's still a bidding question.
Yes, it is a bidding question. Yeah. So I think he's wrong about that. I think bidding is still very important.
I was told, but you can confirm or deny, that Italy was really that strong because they were really superior in the bidding.
Their systems were more evolved. They had many more understandings. All the American teams and pairs played the same system, which was pretty simple. And the Italians were getting into the bidding a lot more often on some of the hands that were very difficult for the Americans to enter the auction. So they might steal a hand and make a game or even a slam where the other side might not get into bidding.
What can you tell us about USA 1, your team, in these championships?
Well, we're struggling a little bit, but the team is playing quite well. The spirit is very good. The team is supportive, one pair of the other, as they usually are. Some of our players haven't been sleeping well, haven't been feeling too well. But, you know, there's a lot of boards left, and I expect we're going to qualify.
Is thought to coach some famous player like have in your team?
It could be, depending on how involved you want to get with them. What I try and do with my guys is find out what they need and try and give it to them and make it available. I won't say you have to play this, but I might circulate a defense against a convention and say, look, if you don't have something already for this, here's an idea. That's sort of the way our situation works. And before a world championship, I prepare a report on each of the teams we're going to play. So that's the main job I do for the World Championships.
Are you surprised to see France in the
No, they always do well in the round robin. Always.
It means that they don't do so well.
Well, they don't do as well in the knockouts as they do in the round robin, but they're a very good team.
And Netherlands, after a fantastic start, is just in 9th place. See that?
Yeah, well, so much depends on who you play at what time and which boards you play against that team. You know.
We know that you are very busy, but the last question. Kokish team won the year brother this year. How was the feeling to play in a game?
Well, Mr. Ye and I go back quite a way, and I used to go to the first few tournaments when I was playing a little bit more. But I haven't really played much bridge in the last 8 or 9 years. And I sort of have a standing invitation, and this year I started to play a little bit with Fred Gilliman, who's a good friend of mine. And we have so much fun just talking about bridge. We had an opportunity to play in this tournament, and we found another good American-Dutch pair. And we went. I mean, I wasn't expecting to win, but I was surprised that after not playing for so long, I could play on a 4-man team, play all the boards and not be tired.
May I ask you something about this?
Yes.
It's really the very last question. So you think that if you don't play, if you don't keep cards in your hand, it can damage you. I mean, because you don't play, but you see bridge at top level for years.
But there is a difference.
There's
a big difference. It took me a match or two to get back into it, and we didn't have much time to actually practice at the table.
Yeah,
we didn't. Whatever little bit we did was online, and it matters. It takes you a while to get comfortable. But you know, for the guys who are playing tournaments every weekend in the regionals, the bridge comes easier and easier. They get some bad habits out of it because they're playing professionally. Often they have to please the client, and winning is more important than playing well. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a positive, but what it has done for bridge is it's given many, many people an opportunity to earn a very good living.
Okay, some other questions, or we just have to thank Eric for his kindness?
Thank you very much to you.
My pleasure. Thank you. Good luck, boys.
Clubs is 8. If he does, that'll be 6 imps to Monaco on board 2 to open the scoring.
Donc l'arbitre aurait été appelé parce que Nord-Sud se plaignent qu'il y ait un roi pique sec. On a dû leur annoncer que 1 sans atout était un jeu régulier.
Clara did in fact make 8 tricks, and Monaco opened the scoring with 6 imps. So closed drew in bidding, a no trump by South with his good 5-card spade suit. 2 clubs Damon by North, 2 spades, 4 spades. And they have a club to lose, 2 diamonds and a heart, yes.
Donc les jumeaux Elnès ont été un peu hauts sur cette donne.
Even if they get a discard on the heart with the ace-queen both on the side, they still have a diamond, a heart and a club to lose. That might work for them. So I want to be careful with the lead, although the king of diamonds is going to be pretty obvious at most tables.
Donc Donc voilà.
Continuing trend of bidding games with 23, 22 points. Not vulnerable, not a big return on your investment. I noticed just looking at some scores from other Bermuda Bowl tables, 2 tables stopped in a no trump, presumably when South opened a no trump, three spades making 3.
I think that playing one no trump 15-17 and not vulnerable, it's quite reasonable to pass with North hand.
That's the point I was making. The return on investment is not that high. Vulnerable is a different story, though. Okay, somebody's claimed.
Donc 140 et 50, 5 points qui reviennent à la Suède.
So they scored 140 on this hand, and one would guess the other table's going to go 1 down. That would be another 6-imp swing, but this time...
Bon. S64 piques à jouer et sont pas loin de 6. Très beau jeu en Est sur l'ouverture d'un pic et beau jeu en Ouest.
This time the swing will be to Sweden to level a score at 6-all. No, 150, sorry. So it's 4 imps, 6, 140 and 50 is 195 imps. That's 6-5 to Monaco after 4 boards. Sorry, my brain's not in gear.
Here is a potential Schlem hand with six spades depending on a spades 2-2.
Donc c'est 3 piques, non?
So Michel,
2 piques. Ils vont doucement. Dans le standard français, il faut dire un pique, 2 trèfles, 2 cœurs, 3 piques, mais bon, de nos jours, 2 trèfles est quasiment forcément chez tout le monde.
Michel and Marek, who would you have thought were the favourites in this match? Monaco?
Looking at the position of the table,
very difficult.
Sweden is favored, but in my opinion, when you compare the lineup, we can bet on Monaco.
Well, no one denied South here. It went 1 spade west in the closed room, 2 no trumps, a spade raise, and he came in fearlessly vulnerable with 3 diamonds. The defence, I think, can get 800 from that fairly easily, can't they? 1 spade, 2 hearts is 3, a diamond's 4, and 3 clubs is 7. Or 2 club roughs on a promote even. They might be able to get it for 1100 on a good day. Club rough. A spade, 2 hearts, and another diamond.
Donc Multon hésitait sans doute entre l'enchère de 3 cœurs pour montrer son 5-5, et là il a préféré dire 3 carreaux pour montrer son singleton à trèfle.
No, I think they play Martin's school, so 3 diamonds is transfer shows shows 5 hearts.
Ah, okay.
If Martens is in the team, probably you are obliged to play his some parts of his system. And 3 diamonds looks like transfer to show 1 heart longer, 1 card in hearts longer.
Donc 3 carreaux serait un re-Texas pour les cœurs, pour rallonger les cœurs.
3 hearts would show 6 spades and 4 hearts.
In the closed room, the 3 diamond bid gave East-West the opportunity to Q-bid 4 diamonds and express some interest in slam. Somebody bid and made 6 spades. That's India against Bangladesh on the 4 of clubs lead. So if you get a club lead, you can win the ace, cash ace, king of spades, 3 rounds of clubs pitching a diamond, and you're okay, aren't you?
No, probably you cash ace, king of spades, and you play on hearts.
That's what I'm saying, cash the hearts and pitch the diamond from dummy.
Yeah. Here, South had the opportunity to double 4 diamonds to show the diamond lead.
Oui, c'est étonnant que Sud n'ait pas contré 4 carreaux avec l'as de carreau.
It can be costly if East-West will reach slam.
Voilà, donc en salle fermée, après un blackwood aux cartes clés, on a dit 5 cœurs, 2 as sans la dame d'atout. Donc il manque un as et la dame d'atout, on s'arrête à 5 piques.
So closed room has settled in 5 spades, and that's where they're going to play it.
Voilà, blackwood, il va se passer la même chose a priori.
Well, I wouldn't say that a diamond lead would be a certainty on this auction when South hasn't doubled diamonds. That might talk you out of leading diamonds if they do bid slam.
I think the 2 clubs is not necessarily natural in the system of Zimmerman and Multon.
But Zimmerman knows they're often ace and the queen of spades.
But he has 4 spades, so he can rely on 2-2 division.
But he'll need 2-2 because he knows that he's missing 1 key card.
And even Jack in partner's hand, Jack of spades may a slam correct.
Donc Zimmerman avec le jeu d'Est sait qu'il manque un as et la dame de pique. Voilà, il dit quand même 6 piques parce qu'il y a 9 piques. Non, il dit 6 cœurs. C'est bizarre.
Maybe it's the idea because he has a potential suit where it's possible to discard a club. He discard a spades on clubs, but it sounds like a slam invitation to Grand Slam, depending on the third round controlling hearts. I think it can be interpreted not necessarily as the final contract.
Choice of contracts. We're missing the Queen of Spades. If your hearts are good, I'm happy to play there.
Yeah.
Yep. Closed room made exactly 5 spades. If 2 clubs is artificial, and I'll have a look at that in a minute, or maybe you could have a quick look, Marek, it's not so clear that North might not lead a club rather than a diamond.
Yes, 2 clubs is at least 2 cards. So practically with all balanced hands, you start the bidding after 1 spade with all strong game going balanced hands. You start from 2 clubs.
Well, knowing that West is 2 suitor, North might take an aggressive action and lead a club.
Donc je crois que dans l'esprit de Zimmermann, il propose le contrat de 6 cœurs parce que la longue à trèfle peut permettre de défausser les piques. Hein, vous savez il sait qu'il manque la dame de pique, mais Multon risque de l'interpréter comme une tentative de grand chelem. Donc voilà.
If King of Diamonds would be in clubs in Multon's hands, and in hearts there is a 12 tricks relying on hearts 3-2, which is 68% chance. While in spades, 2-2 division is only 40. So if we would put King of Diamonds into the clubs, slam in hearts will be super. Yes, this is.
Voilà.
He's bid 6 spades, has he?
7 cœurs, 7 hearts.
7 hearts.
Voilà, mésentente, grosse mésentente chez Multon Zimmermann, comme quoi ça peut arriver au meilleur.
It was the danger of the 6 heart beats which I mentioned.
Any Swedish supporters here? Feeling very happy, are we? So far, okay. Any Monaco supporters here? Okay. What I like now is that Zimmermann's thinking. I'm not sure what he has to think about at this stage.
Alors, Zimmermann est terrorisé puisqu'il sait qu'il manque un as.
Donc, in English?
In English?
What was the comment?
It lacks. He's frightened because he knows it lacks 1 aces.
And Queen of Spades.
Apart from that, everything's okay.
Voilà. Je pense que Multon ne va pas être content.
I'm predicting 13 imps to Sweden.
Donc l'entame carreau est difficile à trouver, mais ça change rien là.
In fact, could be 14. What has he led?
À tout peut-être.
Ah, Mr. Multon's face says it all. He has led the 9 of diamonds.
Il a entamé carreau.
Okay, so we have bets at this point, and the betting is whether Mr. Multon will put his head under the screen to explain to his partner what he should have done. There we go. Winner. I've been doing VuGraph way too long, I think. That was a kind of funny moment.
Bon, 2 de chute, gros swing pour... Voilà. Voilà, Multon n'est pas content.
I'm terrified of Multon, I must say, and I'm sitting up here. Next.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, according to where you are. the hand you have just seen was very interesting in the match between Sweden and Monaco. Sweden has now taken a good lead against Monaco, and this means that Monaco is going away from the first 8 places of qualification. The 4 players in the open room are Tore Elnes and Geir Helgemo, still considered one of the best pair in the world, against Frederick Wang and John Silva. In close room we have Pierre Zimmermann with his usual partner Frank Moulton against the Ola Rimstedt and Michael Rimstedt, who are the brothers of the 2 Rimstedt sisters. So now let's have a look to the ranking in the open teams. As Sweden winning with a good result against Monaco is now at the top of the ranking, while Monaco, even if it's losing, is in the 7th position. Another very interesting match is the one between USA 2 and USA 1. The match, the derby of the 2 American teams. While USA 2 is in a very safe position, USA 1 is in 11th position, and they have to do very well from now on to try to reach in the first 8 places of the ranking. While US 2 is playing against Germany, and for Germany, to me, is one of the last chances to enter in the qualifying zone. Well, at half of this match will be exactly half away of the qualification. Okay, now let's have a look at the Venice Cup. In the Venice Cup, again, Sweden is in the top of the ranking, and now in here we have the 2 USA teams playing one against the other. They are 14th and 15th, and to me, in my opinion, the one who will not win this match has really to fight very hard to try to qualify. Meanwhile, Russia and Israel are Russia trying to defend his position in the 6th place, and Israel to enter in the qualified zone, being at the moment 10th. For the Orsi trophy, USA 2 is 159 points, and the 8th position is the 9th position is 113. That means 46 points. Really incredible what they are doing now. And by the way, they are winning just for one in this match, but they are really good. They are really making a great job. In this Sweden, which is now in the 7th position, is playing USA 2, just USA 2, the team we were talking about before. And for Sweden, it's very important to win. Why? I see that Italy is now the last team in the qualifying position. Italy started very well, then have a very bad day yesterday, and now is trying to come back. Very interesting matches are Turkey-Israel, because Israel is in the 4th position and Turkey is 11th, so Turkey must try to win to enter in the qualification zone. And the same China, Hong Kong against Japan. They're both trying to enter the qualification zone. Okay, I think that's all for the moment. We'll see you later. Thank you very much, all.
Voilà, on abrège.
They're looking into the problem. I just got a message. So Kiko or Julio, can we switch to the other room in that case, please?
Oh, je sais pas. Oui, bon.
No action is no action. Okay.
Donc,
Sorry.
on a raté le début. Donc, un carreau en est, un cœur, voilà, et nord contre. Donc nord-sud ont trouvé les trèfles.
I think that north-south would do better if they would not disturb the auction, because after one diamond opening by east, it is difficult to stop in a part score with 13 points in west hand. But when they realize that they have no club stopper, then they play 3 diamonds. I think that in undisturbed bidding they would play 3-no.
Depending on how light their openings are and what partners' expectations are. So 3 diamonds has a spade loser, a heart loser, and 2 club losers. As long as declarer draws trumps quickly and they don't get a spade ruff.
Donc l'ouverture d'un carreau montre un jeu irrégulier parce qu'avec les jeux réguliers, ils ouvrent automatiquement d'un trèfle. Donc comme l'ouverture est irrégulière, il y a sûrement 5 carreaux. C'est pour ça que Ouest a soutenu dans 3 cartes. We are on the other table. We can see what they do and see the other room.
Yes, but there's no bidding coming from the other table
Okay.
and no play, so there's some communication issue. That's why we changed tables, otherwise I would have left it there. When they got to 3 no trumps, there was no auction. No play. When they got to 3 no trumps, there was no auction. They're checking it.
In closed room, bidding started a similar way until the East has bid 1 spade after a double. But here, probably, 3 diamond was forcing because it was bid after 4 suit forcing.
Bon, mauvaise série pour Multon Zimmermann puisqu'ils ont demandé 5 carreaux dans l'autre salle.
North doubled 5 diamonds. So we can expect substantial...
A few moments, we have a pleasure to have with us Mr. Eric Kokish from Canada. Now we have Daniel Corbell, also from Canada. Hello, Daniel.
Hello, thank you for having me.
What are you doing here?
And that is a good question. Technically, I'm the coach for the Mexican team in the Bermuda Bowl.
And you become a coach as a few moments, or you start to work as a coach around the years?
I have done some coaching work for different pairs. I used to work a little bit with Eric Kokish, and I would prepare like deal sets that he would then use online. And I've done a lot of Eric's deal sets as a player also. And so I've also prepared notes for different pairs and coached pairs. So I guess I've been in training for it for many years.
How are doing Mexico in the Bermuda Bowl?
Well, I guess you could say I need to be a little better coach because they're not doing very well this time around. But honestly, I think the Mexicans were expecting to treat this as a learning experience and to enjoy the experience of it as much as anything. And, you know, in that regard, they're really succeeding because they are keeping their spirits up and playing tough and doing as well as they can.
You played the Bermuda Bowl from Canada in the past. How do you find this Bermuda Bowl in comparison with the others?
I think the Bermuda Bowl is always an extremely tough, very tough event. Not to bring this up necessarily, but now that they've removed certain pairs from the game that shouldn't have been there anymore, and I think you know what I'm talking about. I think the whole spirit of the game is much better, and I think everyone is enjoying the bridge a lot more, and everyone feels like if they play their best, they have a chance. So I think bridge is healthier than it ever has been.
Did you see, as a coach, a technical innovation in this Bermuda Bowl?
A technical innovation? What do you mean?
For example, new conventions, new open bidding.
I'm always learning new conventions. I just watched the Bulgarians play on VuGraph last round, and they were playing some very interesting methods. Bridge is always constantly evolving and changing. Myself, I'm always looking for new conventions, seeing them happen around me. There's nothing I can particularly pull out, but yeah, for sure, bridge is always evolving. People are always finding better treatments, better ways to do things, more efficient bidding.
Alberto.
Yes, I just want to ask you, how did Mexico qualify? I mean, in Central American zone, where in
No, Zone 2.
Eh?
Zone 2 against Canada.
Oh, I see. And so you qualify. And I want to ask you one thing. Yesterday, your teammates played against the might of the bridge world of ever, Benito Garozzo. And but by the way, they made very well in that occasion. Did they tell you something? Were they feeling this thing to play against Benito Garozzo, or just was a player like another?
No, they definitely. I mean, there's some mystique about Benito Garozzo still. He is still a legend. And actually, Alberto told me a funny story that Benito was actually very tired this match and was falling asleep, literally fell asleep a couple times at the table, and he had to go like this, Benito, it's your turn, and he would wake up and he'd play the right card and go back to sleep.
You know how old is he?
100.
100. No, 100 is too much. 90.
91.
It's amazing he plays.
Yeah, he plays like. Okay. That's for him. You asked everything to him, so I don't know what else could I ask him.
Okay, thank you so much, Daniel.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Enjoy the bridge. Bye. Thank you.
C'est s'élever. Et visiblement, je n'ai pas l'impression qu'il y ait de mauvais cas. Voilà. Allez, l'as de cœur et on ferme.
12 imps as forecast. (32-6) in favour of Sweden after 6 of the 16 boards. Closed room. All vulnerable, south of dealer, pass by south, a spade west, 2 spades east, 4 spades west. And that made 6 when the diamond finesse worked, and they didn't...
Donc 4 piques gagnent, d'autant que Sud ne peut pas prendre la main pour traverser les trèfles.
So at no point did they cash the ace of clubs.
North led a singlet on diamond, and
Voilà.
after king of spades he underled ace of clubs, trying to reach the partner's hand to get a rough.
Un pique, 2 piques, 4 piques. Comme dans l'autre salle.
Same auction.
Donc Nord entame son singleton carreau.
Of course, it's very painful for Ola Remstad to lead the beer card at trick 1. 7 of diamonds, can't get a beer on that hand. No beer cards for Sweden. No beer allowed in the team. Why did you come to the bridge tournament?
Donc après, est-ce qu'on joue As de pique et pique ou on fait l'impasse pique? L'impasse pique, c'est...
Here to the 10 of spades, South discarded 7, so it's a standard suit preference position, so probably North can read it as denying the king of clubs in partner's hand.
So declarer will get 1 pitch, but still lose a club at the end. Made 5, and that will cost him an imp. I'd have to say it wasn't fair of me, Marek and Michel, to bet that Moulton would put his head under the board. He does it every hand. So it was an unfair bet in a sense.
I don't know what he could say here. Maybe
he had something to say. He pulled Len down and explained something to his partner.
Maybe he told something like, "Why did you bid 2? You could bid 4, not transferring the decision to me."
Closed room, 1 no trump by west, double by north, 2 hearts by east, 2 spades by south, 2 no trumps by north, and that's where they're playing it.
Donc là, Ouest est en position de sans atout faible. Mais donc, sinon, c'est l'ouverture d'un sans atout fort.
And the lead was a 6 of hearts round to the 9, king and ace in the closed room.
I wonder if Sylvan would double 3 no trumps for a spade lead if North-South would bid it. But maybe even after spade lead it's possible to make, because king of hearts can be ducked and then East would not be able to play spade again.
What do you do on a spade lead and a low heart back though, Marek?
So
you have to rise ace if you're going to be that clever.
After 1 no trump opening, I can imagine doing it.
Donc Nord a passé sur l'ouverture d'un carreau. Mais pas, avec ses 19 points, il a passé, mais Sud, avec ses 5, a parlé.
I think that Helgem and Helnes one of only few pairs who play penalty double after one no-trump opening. After one no-trump, let's say 15-17 or 14-16, because in 21st century there are so many defenses against strong no-trump that it seems useful to leave the old-fashioned meaning of double of one no-trump.
Donc voilà, on en est à 2 cœurs par est, et le problème est en or, combien de sans-atout il va annoncer. Il y a quand même 19 et son partenaire s'est manifesté. 19 et une couleur 5e. Ah.
I think that South would not now agree to exchange his overcall of one spade into pass.
Je ne pense pas que le contre de 2 cœurs soit punitif, mais... Voilà, Sud se dégonfle de toute façon.
Not surprisingly, in the closed room in 2-note trumps, where Scott N played in 2 suits, spades and diamonds.
Voilà, et le problème est le même pour Nord. Combien de sans-atouts?
And 10 tricks were made in the close. Oh, hang on. It was claim of 10 tricks, but it's only shown up as 150 here.
Donc le problème pour dire 300 atouts, c'est qu'il faut voir 9 levées. Alors si le partenaire a même 6 points à pique, on voit mal le roi dame valet, on voit mal comment on va faire les 9 levées. Hein.
Australian ladies bid and made 3-note trumps, which seems extreme.
Donc voilà, Multon a appelé l'arbitre, il lui explique la séquence. Il doit y avoir des... Voilà, 300 atouts, il a dit. 3 ou 2 300 atouts.
Contre M. Multon.
Donc c'est pour il demande l'entame pique, sans doute.
So what will East lead here?
Double is obviously asking for a spade lead.
Do we know who called the director? Was it Zimmerman or Rimstead?
Multon, je pense. Multon.
Multon called the director. It's possible. I score one for you. Looks like the 9 of spades, but I wouldn't swear to it. Let's see if he plays a low heart.
Donc là, il a deux retours possibles. Le roi de cœur dans la couleur de son partenaire ou essayer d'attaquer les carreaux. Il y a deux petits au mort.
I think if he plays low heart and declarer puts up the ace, he would make it.
So declarer has a strong clues that hearts are 6-2.
L'embêtant du roi de cœur, c'est que des fois le déclarant a As-Dame Valet et le partenaire a 6 petits cœurs. Donc je pense qu'il va jouer petit carreau plutôt, ça compromet moins le flanc. Sauf qu'il sait qu'il va devoir défausser plein de fois sur devoir défausser plein de fois sur les trèfles.
I personally think that Ola Rimstad and Pierre Zimmerman have agreed to write a book between them. They're sitting here writing out so much. Marek and Michelle, what do you think he's going to play next?
Small diamond.
Small diamond. Marek?
Ah, non, roi de cœur.
No, I think he will play a heart, but which one? I think it's standard is king of hearts.
I think he'll play a low heart.
I wonder what is the dummy thinking. Probably he.
6 of diamonds has come back. And now I think the declarer is in good shape, is he not?
Yes. Donc là, le déclarant a 7 levées et 2 rentrées au mort pour faire l'impasse cœur, ça fait 8. Ou pour rejouer carreau.
If he plays club, club, a third club to dummy, keeping the pips fluid, pulls another diamond off the board. And then crosses the last club and pulls the 10 of hearts off the board, he'll be okay. Well, he won't be, because if he ducks it to the queen, a spade will come through.
Donc voilà, il monte une première fois au mort à trèfle. On va voir s'il joue carreau le 9. Carreau le 9 et les trèfles pour mettre Ouest sous pression. Donc Multon va, si le mort joue carreau, Multon va mettre l'as et jouer roi de cœur.
To make the contract, he must play now a small diamond to the 9.
Donc Zimmerman est à la défausse, il faut qu'il éclaire Multon en mettant le 7 de cœur, un gros cœur pour dire j'ai une pièce à cœur et j'en ai 6.
I know, but still got to work it all out. I think a diamond for 9 and then a squeeze
Voilà,
and then play.
il a mis le 7 de cœur. Alors carreau, voilà, l'as de carreau et roi de cœur. Et le contrat va chuter.
If he ducks a king of hearts, yes, it looks like one down, does it not?
One down. Mm.
What's he going to pitch on the next 2 clubs?
I think now he knows the distribution that West had 3-2, 6-2.
Oui, il a dit.
Well, he knows he had 2 clubs and 6 diamonds, and he would have, if he had 3 hearts, would have played a heart back before. So he knows there's 2, 6, 2, and therefore 3 spades.
Voilà, Nord connaît les 4 jeux en fait. Donc il connaît les 4 jeux, il cherche une solution.
And if he will take heart ace with the ace and cash 2 clubs, he has to look what West discards.
One diamond and one heart. Ah non, ça marche pas.
One diamond
Ouais.
and 1 spade
One diamond, one spade.
is not enough, because if he pitches a spade, the player will just play a low heart. But he's got no way off dummy. Oh no, that's okay. I think he's okay from this position. If he plays a diamond and a heart, the player will just play queen and diamonds, 9 of diamonds, and then play him in spades. I think West is dead meat. If declare picks the ending.
What does Kip say? He makes it.
Yeah.
I have another table.
Hmm?
I
Ah.
have another table.
Let me guess, Poland.
No, it's the second table of this map.
I'm going to forecast he will make this. I'll be very brave.
Oui.
I think that Moulton is committing a little bit of an error here. The more you think, the more time you're giving the Clara to work out what's going on, and the more he realises that good things are happening outside. Not saying he shouldn't think, but I think he really would need to think before all this happened. If he does make this, that would be another 9 imps to Sweden. Sweden are leading at this stage.
Voilà. Donc Moulton est cuit, il semble. Hein.
And now he's in trouble.
Voilà.
If he throws a spade, the Clara will just play a heart.
Cœur, la dame est...
Yep, he's worked it all out.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well played, yeah.
Well played, and that'll be 9 imps.
Well played, and
The question is, will Moulton put his head under? Yes. I don't know what Zimmerman could have done that was worthy of a comment other than follow suit.
Donc Moulton a l'air de se plaindre à l'arbitre, je ne sais pas de quoi.
Is the director standing there? Moulton seems to be complaining about an explanation that he got.
Sans doute le contrat de cœur a été expliqué comme... Parce que le flanc qui bat, c'est roi de cœur après le premier pic. Ça doit battre.
So just looking at the scores, Sweden, France, USA 2 and Brazil in the Bermuda Bowl. And in the Venice Cup, Sweden, Indonesia, China, Netherlands. So Sweden leading the women's and the Venice Cup and the Bermuda Bowl. And in the seniors, which will come up in a moment, USA 2, France, Australia and Israel, and the second USA team running 5th. No, thank you. I can't drink Evian. I can drink any other water but Evian. Okay, next board. I'll sort that all out later. But at the moment, it's 42 to Sweden and 6 to Monaco, making the people on the left of the auditorium happy. Closed room, East Westfalen, North the dealer. South opened 3 hearts after 2 passes, and that's where they played the hand, 3 down. West would have been begging for a double, I think, with Ace King 10-8 to 5 over declarer. The usual modern day hand where 16 points buys the hand.
Bon, vous voyez des ouvertures de barrage peu ordinaires, mais bon, vert contre rouge, on va à l'offensive. Donc en salle, dans l'autre salle, on n'a pas ouvert de 3 trèfles, sans doute à cause des 4 piques, et El Gémeaux a ouvert de 3 cœurs, une main de 10 points d'honneur avec 6 cartes.
So in this room, North thought he'd get in with a preempt before his partner did. Argentina against South Africa, 5 clubs by North, doubled 5 down for 1100. Kind of interesting. How you get to 5 level. Four of spades lead will not terrify declarer.
But spade lead is quite favorable, but still very, very far away to 9 tricks.
In a sense, it's favourable, but a club lead would have been equally or sort of favourable as well.
I think he has 8 tricks. Probably he will test ace of hearts and after play for diamonds.
Voilà. Donc je pense que Multon a une petite chance. Sud va rejouer la dame de trèfle, laisser passer. Voilà. Ah. Voilà. Donc Multon sait que les trèfles sont 6-2, parce qu'avec Roi Dame 10, 7e, Nord aurait entamé trèfle. Ouais.
Bad things could happen for the defence here with the Jack of Clubs being established as an entry. Ace King of Clubs and Ace King another diamond would be a little bit interesting.
Donc Multon connaît les 4 jeux, lui aussi. Ensuite, 6 cœurs, 2 trèfles. Et maintenant, il sait qu'il y a 2 piques et 3 carreaux.
I think the declarer's got 9 tricks here.
Donc il faut que...
So now the player is in a slightly better position.
Ace king another diamond, whoever wins it's going to be in trouble.
Il va falloir que Sud débloque la dame de carreau. Mais de toute façon, Multon n'a pas 9 levées. Hein. 3 carreaux, un trèfle, un pique et 3 cœurs.
But I wonder if declarer will cash ace of clubs.
It needs to do that to strip the exit card from the south hand. He didn't finesse a spade on the second round, so maybe he's not in good shape. 1 spade, 3 hearts is 4, 3 diamonds, 7 of clubs, 8. I thought he finessed the spade.
Oui, c'était... Multon a mal deviné à pique. Avec l'impasse pique, il avait une petite chance de faire ses 9 levées. Voilà, il joue roi de pique maintenant. Roi de carreau, est-ce que Sud va débloquer? Il n'a pas débloqué.
If he will cash ace of clubs, he can make it.
Well, he didn't, so... Queen of clubs was his exit card. So how many tricks has he lost? 3. Oh, he can't avoid 2 more.
Voilà, il va sortir à cœur pour faire une levée de cœur. Voilà, 2 de cœur et Sud va être obligé de lui rendre une levée de cœur.
Une chute?
2, non. Une chute, oui. Donc 250, 6e P de plus pour la Suède.
And that should be 5 more imps to Sweden. Six imps. $150 and 100. 48 to 6. Closed room, all vol, East the dealer. East opened a strong 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no trumps, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds, 3 no trumps. Made 11 tricks.
Bon, on fait un Steeman, on dit 300 atouts avec le jeu d'Ouest. Quand il y a beaucoup de points, on a tendance à dire 300 atouts avec des mauvais pics. Ça permet de surmonter je crois que Multon il est toujours dans la donne précédente, mais...
And to borrow the words of my friend on my left, tout tableau, 300 atouts.
Voilà. On a un gros matelas de points qui permettent de faire 9 levées. Les pics sont mauvais. À 300 atouts, on peut surmonter les partages 4-1 des pics. Et on évite des coupes. Non, j'ai tort. Il a fait un Steeman. Ah, c'est peut-être un poupette. Non. Bon, 9 levées de tête. 10 parce que la dame de pique est seconde. Et 11 parce que l'as de cœur est placé. Mais voilà.
No lead's a good lead. This one certainly won't terrify a declarer.
Donc il va jouer As-Roi de pique et pique. Voilà. Voilà. Bon, pas pique puisque la dame est tombée.
Just a reminder, 8 teams qualify in all 3 divisions.
Bon.
Marek and Michelle, I'm prepared to concede on this hand that Multom may not put his head under the screen.
Yes, but because he was busy, he went out of the table and discussed with director some details of previous board, I think. Maybe this is the only reason.
Okay, moving right along. Sweden picked up an over trick imp on that hand, and here we are, 6 hearts doubled by Helnus Helgamo making.
heart suit did not fit into the screen. The system is not prepared for 9-card suits.
So for him to make an over trick, they mustn't have cashed a diamond, but it's hard to know where the... Oh, I see, no diamonds and no clubs. Thought that was 2 of diamonds. Got it. Okay, so you had to pick the spade, roughly spade loser, and claim 13 tricks.
Donc il y a 6 cœurs en nord-sud et 5 trèfles en est-ouest. Donc ça va être quand même animé, sans doute.
4 no trumps, asking for the suit of the ace. Who takes care on the queen of spades?
Voilà, 400 atouts, Blackwood. Blackwood pour la couleur. 5 piques, j'ai l'as de pique.
So here's a question, everybody. Should you sacrifice in 7 clubs or let them play 6 hearts?
I think that now if he knows about ace of spades, he should beat 7. Because when he opened 4 no trumps, it means that with queen of spades, queen of spades doesn't matter. Only the ace counts.
Seven clubs sacrifice by USA 2 against Sweden in the seniors, 300 down. The same by Netherlands against Mexico in the Bermuda Bowl. Brazil and Italy both sacrificed in 7 clubs. A lot of 13-10s around, 6 hearts double with an over trick.
Donc, visiblement, Zimmerman a envie de faire une enchère. Il a la chicane cœur, donc il sait que Sud a une ribambelle de cœur.
Not sure what North is thinking about here.
In French system...
Oh no, he's bid 5 spades. Okay, it's
voilà,
okay.
500 atouts, G mineur. Donc bien joué, c'est osé. Donc Multon va pouvoir dire cette trèfle.
In French system, 2 clubs or 2 diamonds is the opening, which asks about specified aces.
But have a look at the West hand when it goes 4 no trumps, 5 spades, and partner bids 5 no trumps for the minors. You must be wondering what's going on.
Oh, it's obviously that it is some goulash type hand.
Voilà. Un bicolore mineur à 500 atouts avec un 5-4. Bravo Zimmerman.
Well, they will certainly sacrifice in 7 clubs, you would imagine.
Donc maintenant, Sud est sûr que l'adversaire va dire cette trèfle et il se demande comment proposer le grand chelem à cœur.
I have to be honest, I'm not sure I would have bid 5 no trumps in that suit.
Yes, but after 5 no trumps, if South beats 7 hearts, it's very probable that he will miss the position of the queen of spades. In view of 5 no trump.
Correct. He's likely to be shorter in spades.
Alors il contre parce que 500 atouts ça chute. Il a quand même indiqué quelque chose, il a écrit quelque chose à Multon. Alors il va dire quoi? 7 trèfles tout de suite? 6 trèfles? Alors.
Oh, don't tell me we're not going to get the rest of the auction here. Let me see if it's on BBO.
Bon, il réfléchit, mais il va quand même dire cette trèfle.
It's gone 5 spades, 5 no trumps, double, 6 clubs, pass, 6 hearts, 7 clubs. Pass, pass.
I think that in this match, the most surprised person had to be Helgemo when he opened one hearts and his partner raised hearts to 2.
Voilà, 7 cœurs. Alors on dit 7 cœurs par routine parce que des fois cette trèfle gagne. Si le 5 sans atout venait d'un 7-6, s'il avait double chicane majeure, donc il y a une chute au maximum à 7 cœurs. Voilà. Alors maintenant, est-ce qu'il va prendre la dame de pique? Comme il y a eu le bicolore mineur, il va sans doute la prendre de l'autre côté, il va se tromper. Il va se prendre, il va jouer que le 5 sans atout bicolore mineur est fait avec plus de cartes que ça. Il va penser que la main longue à pique est en ouest.
So we're betting that he's going to play west for the queen of spades, are we? And go one down. I wouldn't like to be leading on this hand, would you, Marek and Michelle?
Experienced goulash player would let a trump.
Il a essayé carreau. Il sait que les trèfles sont coupées en
And Zimmerman will be thrilled with that lead.
C'est le dicton du goulash. C'est l'as-long qui passe pourtant. Hein. Alors sur entame carreau, Nord, le déclarant peut affranchir un carreau, mais ça ne sert à rien.
Well, he's drawn the trump. Oh, he played the 4 to the 6. 4, roughed with the, no, he didn't. He roughed with the ace of 4 of hearts.
Alors il va quand même couper les carreaux pour voir ce qui se passe.
Yes, if he will rough diamonds 4 times, it's maybe he will have a partial count.
Well, I think if he got a partial count, to be honest, he'd think the clubs were 5-5, the diamonds 4-4, and he'd know the spades were 3-3. That would be the inferential count I would get if I knew the diamonds were breaking, based on the bidding.
Yes, but
would East have bid 5 no trumps with?
Yes, but he started to cash the hearts.
Yeah,
so
I know,
he
from
will
the
not
top.
be able
He needed to cross and rough high.
Rough diamonds, yeah.
We can't, in a sense, afford to rough it. He's played the king of spades, I
Voilà,
think.
il a fait le
Roi de pique.
roi de pique.
Une chute.
Il s'est trompé sur la longue à pique. Oui.
And 14 imps. Oh no, more than that. 16 imps, I think. Yep, 16 imps to Monaco. That said, Sweden's still leading by 27. In a sense, they did the right thing bidding 7 because 7 clubs was going to be 300. They were going to lose 14 imps on the board anyway. So for the loss of 2 imps, they had a chance of picking up 13 odd imps. Yes?
Oui, comme dit mon voisin, contrer 6 trèfles, ça ne gagne pas d'IMP en fait sur la donne, ou très peu. Au lieu de perdre 16, il perdait 14, puisque 6 cœurs contrés plus 1 auquel on déduit 300, ça fait 14. Voilà. Donc, dire 7 cœurs est un bon calcul.
Okay, after that excitement, closed room, north-south foul, west the dealer, pass, a no trump by east, 2 clubs west, 2 diamonds east, 2 spades, all pass. Declarer made 9 tricks.
And here 2 hearts were not vulnerable, was showing at least 4-4 in the major.
Voilà, 2 cœurs est un bicolore majeur de Multon. Voilà,
and 3 diamonds is invitational to the game with 3 cards supports in both measures, as far as I know the system.
Donc Multon réfléchit si avec son 5-4-4-0, ça mérite un petit 4 piques. Non, il est raisonnable. « 300 atouts. Donc...
Well, if you're invited to dance, why not dance?
Bon. Multon Zimmermann sont déjà trop hauts de toute façon, donc ça sera un petit swing pour la Suède.
It's hard to know what Zimmerman's thinking about here. They've both described their hands. He's told partner this 3-3 in the majors. Partner invited him. So he invited his partner accepted.
You know, I'm not sure if they play the way I told.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was off their
It's
card.
not specified in convention card, but as far as I know, it's 3 diamonds, something like this.
So, just to let you know, at 5:20, and the next VuGraph match will be Germany-France from the Bermuda Bowl. And at this point in time, Germany's running 12th, France is running 2nd. So we'll expect a big hometown audience here.
Donc d'après la feuille de convention, 3 carreaux demandaient d'annoncer la majeure 5e. Je pense que Multon a dû oublier la convention. Voilà, j'ai pas d'autre explication à l'enchère de 300 atouts.
I think somebody should tell the Rimstead boys not to raise the screen till they make the opening lead, because that way Moulton can't put his head under and give Zimmerman a lesson beforehand. Okay, the lead is
Dame de trèfle.
That's an unfortunate lead. It's cost the defence a club trick, potentially. I think the Declarer now has 9 tricks.
No.
3 clubs and 2 spades. No, the defence can get 3 clubs and 2 spades.
Donc le déclarant a 7 levées.
Declarer does in fact have 9 tricks, but not before the defence can take 5. West had better not split his spade honours when Declarer plays a spade towards dummy. That would be very painful.
Le 9 de trèfle est rejoué, ce qui va laisser le temps au déclarant d'affranchir ses piques pour un de chute. Sauf s'il joue trèfle, pique le 10, mais je vois pas pourquoi. S'ils sont 3-2, on peut jouer As de pique et pique, et s'ils sont 4-1, il faut jouer, il y a 3 honneurs secs et que 2 petites cartes sèches, donc il faut jouer l'honneur sec.
So will Moulton play the 9 of spades, try and encourage North to cover?
Oui.
South has an easy diamond discard after dummy discarded a diamond. I'm not sure what he's thinking about.
Multon a 8 levées si les cœurs sont 3-3, mais voilà, il n'y a pas l'ombre d'une 9e. Donc il va continuer à défausser un carreau et jouer As de pique.
9 de pique.
Oui, 9 de pique pour...
Six, 7.
Non, il a joué le 4, mais bon.
Okay, defense is all safe.
Bon, le 10, moi je trouve.
Ace of spades, so declarer now has 1 spade, 1 clubs 2, 3 hearts 5 and 2 diamonds is 7. So 140 in the other room, and is it 50 or 100 here?
100, I think.
100 it looks like, which would be 6 imps to Sweden. Director's come back with his ruling. We'll look at Mr. Moulton's face and work out very quickly whether it's favourable or not. Tournament director confirming East-West know that they are not allowed to speak French during the match. Moulton tried to intercede, but the tournament director was stern and made him say yes.
Donc, un sans atout en or. Donc on va jouer sûrement le même contrat.
So the director's call now had nothing to do with the previous one. It was an attempt by Mikel to stop Moulton and Zimmerman talking, and especially talking in French. Okay, 4 more boards to go. 33 imp lead to Sweden.
Donc les carreaux sont 4-1.
Closed room, all val, north the dealer. 1 no trump, 3 clubs, 3 no trumps, put an end to the auction.
3 clubs was showing club singleton and 5 diamonds and 4 cards in a major. So I think that was the reason why East didn't let the club, but bet on the jack of spades.
Declare a failed by a trick. There's a couple of tables, but not many making 3 no trumps on heart lead, club lead.
Donc Zimmerman a entamé le valet de trèfle, l'entame petit trèfle était tout aussi concevable à mon sens.
Two clubs with simple stamen.
Un petit carreau à blanc, as de carreau, pour voir s'il y a un honneur sec. Donc Zimmerman a défaussé un trèfle pour inciter au retour cœur. Et donc là, le déclarant compte 3 levées de carreau, 3 levées de trèfle, une levée de pique, une levée de cœur. Donc il faut trouver une 9e. Elle est là avec 3 dames de cœur placées. Mais le flanc peut faire 5 levées avant. Un trèfle. un trèfle, un cœur, 2 carreaux et l'as de pique. Donc c'est la course de vitesse. Donc Multon se demande pourquoi il y a eu une défausse trèfle. Il avait envie de jouer le 9 de trèfle et tout d'un coup, il envisage autre chose.
Just to let you know, the other tables finished all 16 boards.
Alors, donc le déclarant cherche une solution gagnante. Il sait qu'il a, s'il joue carreau, il y a le retour trèfle et il va avoir le flanc aura sûrement 5 levées d'ouvert, 2 carreaux, un cœur, un pique et un trèfle. Donc l'idéal c'est de faire sauter la rentrée à cœur de Zimmermann. Hein, la solution gagnante, c'est roi-dame de cœur placé. Voilà. Qu'est-ce qu'il joue? 4 de pique. Ouais. Il essaye peut-être de voler la levée à pique.
As somebody suggested on the BBO commentary, you need to put the Queen of Hearts in when declarer plays a heart.
Et là, je ne vois pas s'il a rejoué. Trèfle encore, oui.
Diamond, diamond, no doubt.
Je crois que la ligne de jeu gagnante, c'était quand même de jouer, avant le tour de carreau, de jouer cœur pour jouer roi-dame placé. Il y a pas de, je ne vois pas en quoi jouer pique pour le roi était une solution gagnante.
Declarer would have some chances if would start not from the space but playing a heart to the 10 or to the ace if East plays an honor.
Claimed 8 tricks, 1 down, flat board, 3 boards to go. Closed room bidding. East the dealer, nil valve, 3 hearts, double pass, 3 spades, end of auction. And that went just 3 down. And 3 hearts looks like a reasonable chance to make.
But Norse had a good feeling bidding only 3 spades with 10 high card points after takeout double off partner.
Yep, on a good day he might have tried 4.
Style agressif d'ouvrir de 4 cœurs. Donc il va y avoir 9 levées sur entame pique, même 10 peut-être, 10. Il y aura 10 levées sur entame pique. Mais il entame un as, voilà. Hein, sur une ouverture de barrage, entamer dans ces petits, c'est pas très bon, parce que justement, des fois, on tombe sur as-roi-dame au mort. Il faut entamer là où on a quelque chose.
So South led the aggressive ace of diamonds. He'll want to switch to the ace of clubs probably. There he goes. It's a little bit hard for North now because he doesn't know where the Queen of Clubs is. I wonder if it was right to switch to a club whether you shouldn't play the Queen on the next round. Oops, here's trouble. Diamond back, Jack of diamonds, and I think declarers, oh, he shouldn't have put the Queen of diamonds in there. That would have left declarer in his hand to go down. 2 mistakes on that trick. That said, declarer is still going to struggle.
4 cœurs a été filé, donc.
Oh no, the 10 of diamonds is high. It's got to finesse hearts. Yeah. Very bad trick, the third trick for declarer. I think if it's right to switch the ace of clubs, you should, and you're going to continue, you should play the Queen of clubs.
Donc mettre la dame de carreau était une erreur, parce que ça a donné la rentrée au mort.
Or if he doesn't cover the Queen of diamonds, he's okay too.
Voilà. Mauvais flanc. Un swing pour Monaco.
It won't be a board that North-South will want to remember for very long. 7 imps to Monaco, was it? 54-29, still a 25 imp lead. And Sweden still on top of the Bermuda Bowl rankings with that lead. France second, USA 2, Brazil and Italy. USA 2, which is probably the stronger of the two seniors teams from the USA, pushing ahead with a 21 VP lead in the seniors.
For Hearts in closed room was slightly unlucky because it depended either on falling the Queen of Hearts singleton or second, or clubs divided to 2.
We would call that a very solid contract where I come from.
Yeah.
Donc un trèfle, un carreau, j'ai les cœurs, un pic d'intervention passe parce que on n'a pas 3 cartes à cœur et un jeu plutôt minimum. Pas de quoi dire de trèfle. 2 piques en or et compte d'appel chez Zimmermann. Donc maintenant c'est Multon qui a une enchère difficile. Il dit 3 trèfles, oui. Et Zimmermann va ressortir ses cœurs. À 3 trèfles, non, parce qu'il est bien fité. Il va peut-être soutenir un trèfle, où il va passer. Puisque Multon a déjà passé sur un pic, il n'y a pas de raison de jouer plus haut. Alors c'est embêtant, il n'a pas annoncé ses 6 cœurs. Il y a quasiment 4 cœurs. C'est un bon 4 cœurs.
Is it possible they'll end up in clubs, not hearts?
Ah là, Multon va être obligé de dire 4 cœurs parce qu'il a un beau fit.
Doubled followed by 3 hearts seems to be a forcing sequence, I think.
Well, they say Ace King Bear is as good as 3 card support.
Oui, je suis d'accord. Contre d'appel suivi de 3 cœurs, c'est plutôt forcing. Hein. Mais bon.
Hello everybody, welcome back, and we are at the end of the match. So we have a big news. Sweden is first in both the Bermuda Bowl and the Venice Cup.
Yeah, that's true.
So apparently I'm cheering for the right team and the right nation. What do you say?
I agree with you. I always agree with you. But I would notice also on some other little thing that Sweden winning by a lot against Monaco has given Monaco really bad news, because now Monaco is in 11th position.
Yeah, they kicked them out of the ranking.
Out of the ranking. And for me, the most important thing in this match is that Brazil won by 22 against won. It's not already finished yet, but now it's winning by 22 against Italy, and so Italy from 3rd place took the 5th place, and Brazil went 4th.
Another really weird result is that Germany in the first day they were like 3rd and 2nd, and now they are 12th. That's because they've been defeating. Well, it's actually almost a tie, but they're losing slightly against USA, which is in the 3rd position. So that's probably why it's going down there. But it's not a good result for Germany. So switching to the
no, just a little notice before we switch to the Venice Cup, that USA won, which is now just in the 8th position. Yeah. So in the last position for the qualification, had a really great chance.
Against Guadalupe.
Against Guadalupe, there is almost a tie, you know.
Yeah.
It's 25 to 20. So they really lost a very good chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And our 3 teams, like mine, Fernando, and yours, are the last 3 teams, but I'm still leading by 12 points. So I might say that I might win this championship.
But
again.
I thought that the real bet was the last. That's why I said Guadalupe.
But it was the first of the last. So
okay.
I have to say that my teams are doing great. So at the moment I'm winning. I'm leading the trophy. So
shall we change to Venice Cup?
Can we see the Venice Cup, please, Sandra? Thank you. Here it is. Sweden, as we said, is leading. China is right behind, 4 points behind, and the Netherlands are fighting. They're actually between the 1st and the 5th position. they're really close, so everything can change.
But then there is
a big difference.
A big difference between the fifth and the sixth.
Yeah.
And the USA teams, as you can see, even if USA 2 now won, but you know, they both need a crashing win to get back in the race.
Yeah, also because
of course they are in the race, but in a very difficult position.
Yeah, I think the only place that let's say it's very difficult that all the first 5 teams will get completely crashed, let's say like this. So probably if they want to fight, they can fight for the 6th, 7th and 8th position, not more, because I think the rest is running away. So
you know, but somebody told me that being 5th, 6th, 7th or 8th is a advantage, so you don't have to choose, you know.
Yeah, I thought it was better to choose, but apparently I was wrong. So he is having fun on me. Thank you, Alberto. So can we switch to the senior trophy, please?
Well, senior teams, as I said before, USA 2 seems to be really on another planet. Now they have 50 points on the 9th position. 50 points is really a lot. In the first 3 teams, Carlotta, they let's take USA 2 out. The second and the third team, they also have a lot of points of which are Australia and France. They got a lot.
They're really close.
They're really close, but they have more than 10 points. 10 points on Israel, which is 4th. Italy is back in the running after a very bad match yesterday, and
Sweden is also in this.
Sweden, we always have to say about Sweden. So I'm very pleased of this.
But Austria is also there.
Yeah. Anyway, I must say that Sweden. We should check better, but in this very moment, Sweden is in final in all the 3. And in two events, they are first. And also here they are in final. So they are doing well.
Yeah, but as we said yesterday with Cecilia, I think they have a very, very great team, I don't know, feeling. It's like they're always together, they like to play with each other, they spend almost every dinner together. I have to say that this helps a lot.
Yeah, and they have the best family Bridge ever had, because they have 4 brothers, 2 brothers and 2 sisters, all playing here. And
their parents play as well.
And their parents, but not here.
Not here, but in general, they're very good players as well. So.
And did they won something recently?
The parents?
No, not the parents.
Well, the Rinstead brother won everything. Like they won the nationals, they won the European Cup, they won the Nordic Cup and the Swedish Cup.
Really?
So they're fantastic.
How old are them?
I think around 24 and 25, because they still play for the juniors. So it
they
might
could
be
have a great future.
Yeah, they are incredible, and they're really, really nice people and always polite with everybody. You can see people stopping them and taking picture with them, and they are so sweet. So I really wish for them the best, everything. So.
Okay, so I think we have said all about this match, and we can.
So we'll see you back in the third match.
Yeah, in about 20 minutes.
In about 20 minutes or something like this. So enjoy your time, take a coffee, have a break, take a shower, and then come back to us. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes, if they play another club now, it's all over. Be very unpleasant for De Clara. Nice rough by South. And De Clara will lose a club and a spade, go 1 down, flat board. Final score, 25 imps to Sweden. Thank you for joining us, and see you back here in about 25 minutes.
Bon, donc à 17h20 dans 25 minutes, il y a donc France-Allemagne.